Good afternoon, students. Class 11 Commerce. I hope you all are in safe at home, but do not forget to prepare your lessons. Do not forget to prepare your lessons. Today I will discuss some critical questions which are very important for the examination. Therefore, you please follow the class neatly. You know, in production, there are three phases or three stages: stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. Stage 1 is in increasing order. The production increases at an increasing order. Production increases at an increasing order. This is stage 1. Then stage 2, production increases at diminishing order. Or diminishing rate, we may say. Rather, rate is appropriate word. And third, production increases at negative rate or return. Why does this happen? It happens because in the first phase of production, the production increases due to several reasons, like you get the fuller utilization of the variable as well as fixed factor. And now, with the increase of time in the second stage, production increases but not at increasing rate, increases at diminishing rate, because the capacity of the production of both the fixed and variable factor declines. And in the third stage, production decreases rather at negative return. Now, you know that it can be explained with the help of a diagram also. This is the TP curve. What is the characteristics of it? TP means total production. What is the characteristics of it? You just follow, this is increasing at increasing rate, but after this point, suppose it is K, it increases but not at the increasing rate but at decreasing rate. And if you draw a tangent on the TP curve, and if it is parallel to the horizontal axis, then it is the top point of TP curve. You just join this point, suppose E, Yes? Debargo. Which part is unable to follow? Which part is confused? Then this is the production increases. Just listen to me. Production is increases with the increase of fixed and variable factor. Now you listen. There are two types of factors of production, fixed factor and variable factor. What do you mean by fixed factor? The fixed factors are those factors which cannot be changed during short period, but the variable factor can be changed every time. With an example, try to understand. Suppose fixed factor, machine, tools, this building. This building is a fixed factor, but labor are variable factor. If anyone want this building within 5 days or 5 months, will he get it? No. It requires lot of time, lot of capital and lot of factors. Therefore, fixed factor is fixed during the short period, but in the longer period, all factors of production are variable factors. Now, as fixed factor is fixed, suppose a machine, computer machine, you have a computer machine, it is a fixed factor. You can supply 100 printed pages to someone. Can you increase the supply of printed paper from 100 to 500 in the short period without changing or without purchasing additional machine? No. So, fixed factor within the short period is fixed. You cannot increase production within the short period. You just can increase the production by utilizing more and more of variable factor. Is it clear? Is it clear? So, here fixed factor is fixed. In the first page, you are producing this amount and increasing rate, then it is decreasing because the capacity of the fixed factor declines. Even if you are increasing the variable factor, suppose labor, you are increasing labor, but working on the same fixed factor. So, it will increase, but not at the increasing rate, at the diminishing rate. And after reaching this point E, it will be stable and decline. If you want to produce more by increasing variable factor, the total product will decline. Is it clear? Now, I am giving you very common example. Suppose you want to cultivate 1 bigha of land. You want to cultivate 1 bigha of land to produce paddy. You require 6 laborers. Now, if you employ more than 6 laborers, suppose 7, 8, 9, 10 laborers, you employ 10 laborers. On 1 bighas of land, 10 laborers will not be able to work. So, 5 or 6 laborers will work and other labor will take rest on the by the side of the land. They will take rest. It is loss. Average will come down. Therefore, it is the reason behind if you increase continuously the variable factor, keeping the fixed factor fixed, the production will first increase at increasing rate, then increasing at diminishing rate, then it will decline at negative rate. Now it is clear? Yes or no, please write. Now I am giving you another concept, another concept. This is the marginal product curve. This is the marginal product curve. It is MP. marginal product curve. Now it should be clear. Now total products is highest, then we will decline, that is MP is 0 here, that is if you employ additional labor, then you will get nothing, and if you more employ, that is you will get negative. So when MP is 0, TP is maximum, TP is maximum, and if you continue to increase, then TP will decline, what I told you. Therefore, it is the relation between total product and marginal product. Have you in question you ask or write? I am here to explain. Any question you may ask. Yes, sir, clear. So, I think it is clear that its total product is maximum. Sometimes the question comes. Show with the help of a diagram that when MP marginal product is 0, total product is maximum and why. Total product is maximum and why. You have to explain all these. And if you draw this diagram and explain, you will get full marks. I am reviewing it. To proceed to the next part of discussion. Now, what are the reasons? In connection with that, what are the reasons of increasing return? Increasing return. Increasing return er ki cause ache? Number 1, underutilization of fixed factor. What do you mean by this? Underutilization of fixed factor. What do you mean by this? Suppose you have a fixed factor like a tractor. You belongs to the village area, so tractor is a good example. A tractor can cultivate suppose 3 bighas of land per day, but you are cultivating 2 bighas of land per day because you have no more land. So, you are cultivating slowly. What does it mean? You are not utilizing the fixed factor to full of its brim. Full utilization is not done by you. It can cultivate 5 bighas of land per day, but you are only utilizing for 3 bighas. So, it is underutilized. If this machine is used for cultivating more areas of land, then underutilization of fixed factor can be removed. If you fully utilize the fixed factor, production will increase. This is one of the reasons of increasing return. That is, you are now utilizing the fixed factor fully, leaving nothing to explore more. Suppose you have a computer through which you can earn. You are using it for 4 hours per day and earns 2000 rupees per week. Now, if you can increase, your computer is fixed factor. If you can use it for more period by employing more variable factor, like a person you may employ, that is labor, one additional labor can be employed. If you employ them, then you can work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. Therefore, the fixed factor can be fully utilized. It was underutilized, here underutilization, underutilized. Now you are utilizing the fixed factor by increasing the variable factor. By increasing the variable factor, then the production will increase. And what are the reason of increasing return? This is the one of the reason of increasing return. You will get less return by employing less variable factor. Now you are employing more variable factor and getting more return. Is it clear? Is it clear? Write WRIT, write this, what do you mean by this? I know. RIGST or WRIT? I don't know. What is the meaning of this? Now, number 2. Number 2 is division of labor. Division of labor increases return. What do you mean by division of labor increase return? What do you mean by this? Suppose, what do you mean by division of labor first? All laborers or workers are not equally efficient in every work and even every part of the work. Some workers are efficient in some part of the work of the same work and some are other part. It may be, suppose some persons are very efficient to dig mud, land, and some are not. কোদাল চালিয়ে মাটি কাটতে পারে খুব ভালো, কিন্তু ধান পুঁততে দিলে পারবে না। আবার কেউ ধান পুঁততে পারে, কোদাল চালাতে পারে না। It may be. So this is the difference of efficiency. If division of labor is done, that is if the laborers are divided according to their efficiency. If the laborers are divided according to their efficiency and employ in their efficient field, then production will gradually increase. Production must increase. Is it not? You can sing well, but you cannot write well. So you should be employed in singing, and those who can write well, they should be employed here. Then production will increase. Therefore, division of labor, if division of labor can be done in the field of production, division of labor can be done in the field of production according to the efficiency of the labor, then production, there is the possibility of increasing return. Increasing return. You cannot utilize computer. You cannot run a computer. If you are employed there to run it, the production will be zero. But if anyone can run the computer very well, then the production will be much more than you, right? So this is one of the reasons of increasing return. And third is better combination. Between factors. The combination between fixed factor and variable factor should be correctly utilized. There are two types of factors of production, fixed factor and variable factor. If you use more variable factor, less fixed factor, then production will not increase. Or if there are more fixed factor but less variable factor, then production will not increase. The ratio between fixed factor and variable factor should be decided or employed in such a way that the fixed factor can be utilized bestly with the effort of the available variable factor. So, if better combination between these two can be done, production will increase, no problem. Now, I think it is clear, this is completed. This is completed. Do you want any more? Right. You write your question if you have. Writing. No question. That's good. Very good. You understood. Very good. Class 10 students I know who became the students of class 11 are very good. I taught you and I was happy by teaching you. So, most of the students are very good of class 10. Now, they are class 11. Now, can you say, I am asking you, can you say that if total product increases, marginal product will decrease or increase? Or in alternative, if marginal product declines, total product will decrease or will be affected? Can anybody say? Can anybody say? No. Marginal product, that is empty